right after Bab al-Amana, I believe it was the last chapter that we spoke about. It feels like a long time ago. And Imam al-Nawawi comes to touch upon a very sensitive, and he just came at the right time and the right place. And I felt it personally, as if this man was living among us and feeling our feelings. And Imam al-Nawawi comes after Bab al-Amana and bring Babu تعاطف المؤمنين وتراحمهم وتوادهم. It is the chapter of the compassion and the mercy and the love of believers between one another. Now lately, I probably received more than 5 or 10 questions. Ya Sheikh, where are you? Ya Sheikh, I come to the masjid more than you are. Ya Sheikh, you don't look the same. What's going on? Subhanallah. And that chapter is just applying itself as, alhamdulillah, this community is really acting upon this whole chapter. I felt it personally, and I believe everyone here feels it. However, subhanallah, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in a beautiful hadith, representing the situation of the heart of one another, of each one of us, إِنَّ لِكُلِّ مُؤْمِنٍ شِرْوَةٍ. Every single believer has shirrah. Shirrah is a peak of iman. That highest level of iman that you reach to sometimes, and you stop praying the sunnah, coming to the masjid every day, doing the extra and above and beyond the deeds and the obligations. That's shirrah. But guess what? لِكُلِّ شِرَّةٍ فَتَرَةٍ. Every peak has a drop down. That sometimes you feel tired, you feel exhausted. You step back, you try to fix the buckles that you have in your heart. فمن كانت شرته إلى سنتي فقد أفلح ومن كانت شرته إلى غير ذلك فقد هلك. Whosever peak was to my sunnah, he is successful. Whosever peak was to otherwise, he is doomed. And asking about one another is a habit, is a tradition that Rasulullah built in the masjid. Alhamdulillah that we do have it. Rasulullah, in the very famous incident, when he missed Mu'adh ibn Jabal for one whole week, Mu'adh ibn Jabal didn't come to the masjid. Rasulullah asked, where is he? He said, Ya Rasulullah, we see him in the market, we see him in the streets, but we don't know why he stopped coming. Rasulullah goes to his house, he knocks the door. And that's the first hadith that Imam al-Nawawi brings up in Riyadh al-Salihin. مثل المؤمنين في توادهم وتراحمهم كمثل الجسد الواحد إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والحمى. وقال المؤمن للمؤمن كالبنيان المرصوص يشد بعضه بعضا وشبك بين أصابعه. A believer to a believer, like a very stiff, solid building. Every brick stone is holding to the other. You can see those brick stones. There's not a single hole between them, and this is how a believer should be to the other. Rasulullah goes to Mu'adh ibn Jabal and asks him, Ya Mu'adh, Malak, where have you been? It's been a whole week, I didn't see you. Coming to Jum'ah, coming to Fajr, coming to Isha, I didn't see you. قال يا رسول الله دين أهمني. I got debts on my shoulders, and he's just burdened me. I can't even come and socialize and say salam to this and smile to this and laugh to this brother. I can't. And this is what every one of us would go through from time to time. Sometimes it's last night and you can't practice your deen. Rasulullah taught him the beautiful dua. Allahumma, famous one, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazami wal-bukhli wal-jubni wal-'ajzi wal-kasal wa a'udhu bika min ghalabati ad-dayn wa qahri al-rijal. Yet, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam teaches us that the relationship between one another does not just stay theoretically as we support one another, but even with the akhlaq, with the teachings of how to treat each other. He says, لا تحاسدوا ولا تناجشوا ولا تباغضوا. Do not envy one another. Do not hate one another. Do not argue with one another. And that's the meaning of tanajashu. وَكُونُوا عِبَادَ اللَّهِ إِخْوَانًا. And be always brothers. No matter how many conflicts you would have, وَكُونُوا عِبَادَ اللَّهِ بِإِخْوَانًا. Be brothers for the sake of Allah. Al-Muslimu akhul Muslim. A Muslim is a brother to Muslim. And what does a brother mean? لا يكذبه ولا يحقره ولا يخذله ولا يظلمه. Look at that beautiful description of a brother. He would never let him down. He would never do him wrong. He would never cause him or throw at him the lie. لا يكذبه, it goes both meanings. Wouldn't lie and wouldn't accuse him with lying. وبحسب المسلم ذنبا أن يأتي به يوم القيامة أن يظلم أخاه. It is enough of a sin that you come with on the day of judgment and you're doing wrong to your brother. Now, the amana as well is the community, is the brotherhood. And this is why he brings it right after the amana that each and every one of us will be meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with. This is part of the amana that عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها. They didn't want to hold it. But the amana of brotherhood, the amana of holding those manners, of knocking the doors and going and asking about your brother. Like Imam al-Ghazali was asked one time, ما حكم تارك الصلاة? A brother who leaves the salah, who stops praying, he doesn't pray anymore. What's his judgment? What's the ruling on this brother? Is he a Muslim? Is he a kafir? Is he a munafiq? What's the ruling? Now, whoever asked the question was expecting Imam al-Ghazali to say, kafir. Because Rasulullah made a very bold line. العهد الذي بيننا وبينهم الصلاة ومن تركها فقد كفر. But the beautiful answer of al-Ghazali teaches us another side of brotherhood. حكمه أن تأتي به إلى المسجد. His hukum, his judgment, is that you go and pick him up and bring him to the masjid. That you go and knock the door. Muslim, kafir, munafiq, zindiq, zurdi, kurdi, sunni, shi'i, that's not your business. Your business is to do the effort and bring him to the house of Allah. And that's the core and the essence of the brotherhood in Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep the beautiful brotherhood that we have in this community. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.